Yo, hey, what's up guys? Today, another team that can do billions of damage. It is actually covering Yannicka again, and instead of two Painkeepers, we do have a Nia in here, and also a Duchess. And it's working on full auto from the beginning until the point you actually do the meltdown, and you can supercharge until then, full auto. And it's actually working because we never get debuffs on our team, and we will never get damage because we have the shield all the time. So Nia is actually all the time aiming for our Emic, and yeah, Nia is aiming firstly for debuffs, then she's gonna look out for HP, and if everything is stable, then she's always going for the leader. Quisk is there to get the decrease attack out there so they can get less damage. It is important that you get less damage from the boss so your shield can grow faster on the beginning. And it is super important. If you get more damage, you probably need to charge 100 turns more to actually get it done. But then you're always in risk of getting your buff stolen from Mischief Head. And yeah, I will show you later a video what I did on hard mode. I will show you now that I can do it on Nightmare. But the reason why I'm not trying over and over is Nightmare. It is 100% possible. But it needs like 80 to 100 turns more to get the supercharge done. And yeah, the Mischief buff steal 3% is happening quite often, and I don't want to waste my time. I want to do content, I want to show you what is up, and if I say it is working on Nightmare, please trust me, it's gonna be working on Nightmare. So I'm gonna show you quickly the preset. It is important. Team order is really important. Emic on the first spot, then Quisk on the second spot. If you maybe do hard mode, you can do another champion, like even a Godseeker or something, but on Nightmare it is quite heavy to get the damage reduction going on, so you can grow your shield, so Quisk is really nice in there. So Emic preset, Quisk preset. Afterwards it doesn't matter too much who is in the team order. Nia, Yannicka and Wixwell. So let's jump into a run. I don't know if I showed you already, but it is Nightmare right now. So I'm gonna show you, it is working, like the charging is working, everything, but the 3% on the end and stuff, it's just, yeah. Sometimes it feels a little bit dumb to do a thing over and over just to do. Yeah, the one thing is, on the beginning on this comp right here, there is a risk that your Wixwell can get attacked, like from the Mischief Head, and instantly gets buff stolen, but you're just gonna reset and good, and until he hits your Emic or your Quisk. Yeah. So what's happening right now? We will get block debuffs all the time. We basically really have it all the time, so we will never get our debuffs from them. Also, we will all the time have Perfect Veil. That makes us not inflictable by True Fears on the end, if there would be a True Fear head right now. The only thing is you gotta click one head that is not the blue head, so Duchess won't attack the blue head and she's gonna go out of order and stuff. But actually later on she's not she is not important anymore. Her block debuffs will be increased from the other champions, and then she's basically not doing anything. But yeah, just to say it, click another head for Duchess. And also we will increase the shield every second turn minimum. I got Reflex and Merciless on my Wixwell. I tried to get Merciless and Reflex on my Quisk too, but I couldn't get the stats to work. So he is just in a normal set to get resistance and accuracy. Emic is gonna do his thing, just resetting and getting the taunt out all the time, so we will not get eaten. This is a mechanic of the boss. And also, Nia will reset the Mischief, the Emic all the time when it's ready, and she's gonna do decreased speed on the heads, while she's also doing Hex. So later on, we could do another team where Nia needs to be manualed, but Duchess could be Shamael, and you just can do damage over time. Shamael is a great damage dealer. You can kill some heads for later. That is probably a must do when the Mischief Head is not in the first rotation. So you gotta bring that head up, so you gotta do it manual, but there is something for you. You can actually do it. And Quisk is there for increase the buffs and get decrease attack, decrease defense out there from his passive, and also decrease speed on his A1. Wixwell is basically doing all the job with the shield growage and nothing else. Of course, he can be used later on to initiate the meltdown of the boss. If I wanna say, for example, my Yannicka gets... I want Yannicka to get her buff stolen so we can use the trick. And I need his skill to... an intercept skill to put it on Yannicka or whoever I want to be the target of the mischief head. And then we can actually start it. Whew. There is a lot going on. Hey guys, it is brain power what's going on right here. It is well thought out this time. Everything is on auto. A Nia team on auto is basically a good thing by itself already, but also we can do a billion of damage. I did the video on hard mode because right now everything's okay, but our shield is not growing as fast and as on hard, for example. That's why I went on hard later on to get like a 140, 150 turns and then I can do it. But at Nightmare I probably have to go to turn 200, 220 or something to get it kind of done. And it's just harder for me to do. That's why I did it actually on hard mode. But at this point we're just waiting. And even if you don't even know what's going on right here, and you don't want to know, if you just copy out later on this set and everything should be okay for you, you just need a couple instructions, and the instructions until now are really easy. Press the start button, hope for the mischief head to get your buffs stolen. He's trying to get it from Emic or Chris, and then just continue. And you see the shield is growing and growing and growing. I wish I could go on now, try it out, this run here, but at this point I think I explained everything what's going on right here, and we will jump into a video. So we went on hard mode so I can quickly show it off and don't waste my time, make team about Brocknies and do other stuff on the channel for you guys. And what was happening right now, we supercharged our shield until turn 176. Probably you don't need as much right now. I probably like 140 or something, but I just let it go on just to be safe and everything is okay. And if the buff steal will happening, it is okay. And right now we do not want the mischief head to steal our buffs. He has the shield of the cleansing head on the left. He got the shield, and if he has that shield right there, he cannot steal other shields. So keep that in mind. If he steals your shield now, it's just gone. That's basically it. And let's jump into it. We basically did the same what we did on Nightmare before. And then we initiated the meltdown. Like, we give buffs to certain champions where we want to get our buffs stolen, or at least have a chance to get them stolen. In this version right now, there will be a couple champions that have 10 buffs all together. And Chris and Emic can still be the target. It's kind of a little bit dumb. Maybe I think I get a play around of that at the point, and I can like target my ally who gets the buff stolen. But at this moment nothing happened. The boss haven't stolen our buffs. So we are just continuing, thinking about next turns, like who gets the shield and stuff like that. But no. Still no stealing. I got confused for a second. So let's continue. What did I do? I also use the strengthen and ally, the strengthen in this team to make more champions to have 10 more buffs, so more champions can be stolen, like we saw right now. And he went for our what's his name again? Wixwell. And that's not the greatest thing in the world, because he gets the counter attack up and then he can steal probably more of our things. Later on we could continue at this point when we have done like the damage, but the head is still up and stuff. We could go for another ride, but he got the counter attack, so he probably will steal a couple of our buffs right now, and it's not so good. But you will see what I mean in a second. I tried it actually, but yeah, the counter attack was not too good. So, and at this point we gotta wait. Yes, do it. Do it. We need to wait until he spreads the buffs. Yes, there we go. And Yannicka is, I think, next. Was she next? Yes, perfect in time. She came right, cut into it, and I was like, nah, you're not gonna go away. Let me do some magic. Yes, now do it. Do it. Beautiful. And they're all still alive. So, do you kind of realize what could happen right here if we set it up the right way? They're unkillable. We could get our buff stolen again, because right now of counterattack, that could be a good thing. And then you can just go ahead and do it over and over and over. And yeah, we actually got our buff stolen, but there is the thing that he cannot spread it again so quickly. So at this point, we probably should kill all the other heads, make them respawn, and the mischief head is gonna do it again or something like that, and we could do it. I went a little bit on. My Krisk still has the supercharged shield at this moment, and he's actually the mischief target, but he has resistance. And I was like hoping, please, please, 3%, please. But it didn't happen. The head is also having the counterattack, so it's more likely to get our buff stolen again. I was like, oh, come on, I want more, I want more. But that's basically it. I went a couple of times on, and end screen is like that. Yeah, all the damage coming from Nia. We can later on replace Duchess with a Shamael and can do a little bit damage over time, or put a Brogni in here, and I got a couple ideas. So if you want me to do another comp like this and more spreading around more ideas, just go ahead, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and we're gonna jump now into the gear. Alright, let's talk about gear, and I will make sure this time I will show you everything. For some reason in my last video Yannicka got cut out, and it was not intentional, not at all. I'm always showing you everything, but for some reason I made a mistake and the champion was just not shown. And this time I will make sure everything is correctly. Right now, Wixwell, we got Reflex and Merciless. That is kind of super important, but it is also not super important if you want to charge your shield faster. On Nightmare it's gonna be probably turn 220, 240 or something. But if you don't have Reflex and Merciless, you probably have to go like turn 300 or something, and it's more likely to get your buff stolen. That's why kind of it is super important, but it is not if you have the patient and you want to do it a couple times back to back. And yeah, we got no blessing. The masteries are like that. It is resistance right now, but he actually does not have enough resistance most of the time, because I made Emic and Chris the real mischief target, and he was not being used anymore. So, but if you get more stats, if you get a resistance and accuracy you want too, because he got the decreased attack. Not to underestimate, it is really kind of needed. We get it from Chris right now, but he can do it in spots where the bosses did not have any more decreased attack, and he could jump in and just replace it and stuff. And yeah, resistance is not there, but it's kind of recommended, kind of not. It kind of depends if you want to get the counter attack stolen or not, and have one more mischief target in there to make your run a little bit more stable. It's just how it is. And yeah, let's continue with the next one. The next one is Krisku. He is in a normal set, Perception, just to get our resistance and our accuracy done. And yeah, I have been told, do they work? I think I saw it on Scratch's video that he said the live arena bonuses, they don't count or something in there, so that's... And now I'm a little bit confused to show you which kind of thing I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna show you normally, and I'm gonna give you a thing where I show you what I have actually bonuses in my live arena. And yeah, Chris. So we got the resistance and we got the accuracy on point, so we can actually do Nightmare right now, but it didn't go too well, and I was maybe doing it for 45 minutes, and I was then like, okay, I'm gonna go on hard, show you what's up, and you can decide for yourself if you want to do it or not. And yeah, the speed and everything, we have two masteries. They are like this. Resistance again, I put on everybody who has like buffs. I'm gonna put that one out so we get more resistance. I think I get overall, I think 60, 70, 80 more resistance of all of them having that mastery right there. Of course, then you go the defense route and stuff, and I gave him that one so he can place the decreased speed a little bit more often. Maybe it's helping, maybe it's not, I don't know. And yeah, that's all about Krisk. This time go quickly on Yannicka, so she is not on the end and for some reason get cut out or something. She is in a shield set. You want some shield sets on your champions, and she is kind of perfect. So you could maybe do something else like a cursed set or something. She's getting AoE attacks out. But yeah, I needed shields so I can get done the nightmare version, so the shields actually are staying and they're not gonna get attacked through. So that's why I gave her a shield, and later on Emic has a shield set too. And of course, we got some speed, we got some accuracy and stuff, does not matter at all, to be honest. And we do have masteries. I went for HP, so I can give my team a little bit of a bigger shield from her shield set. And yeah, I think that was it. Wait, I do blessing. Yeah, nothing too special right now. Who else was in the team? Nia and Emic. Gonna take a look at Nia. She is in a hex set. And since we are not in danger of getting any debuffs or so, we are actually having no resistance and stuff. The Painkeeper version was they had all resistance, but we are having block debuffs all the time, so no thing about that. Wait, let me show you the stats. She's quite fast, kind of near of Emic, so she can be in there, but she doesn't need to be like one speed below him or something. Just, yeah, it is hard to explain, but it is kind of like the same speed block. If you go 60, 70, one beneath Emic or something, it is all okay. Even probably if you go 244, it would be still okay. She's just taking another order in the rotation. And yeah, that's basically it about her. I went here in and I went HP. I don't know why I did it. Probably to get the shield not being destroyed in the beginning. And also we do have Emic. Emic is back. If he has a shield set that's maybe a protection set, 9p, 6 piece or something, that is might gonna hurt you, because his protected shield can be go over to your other champions in the beginning. So I don't recommend it, but you still can use a protection set. You just need to take a look at the champions, what kind of shield they have, and if, for example, your champions that want those buffs getting stolen have a normal shield, you can just go on. But I didn't want to press over and over the button because something happened in the beginning, so I did not use protection anymore. He's got a shield set, so we can actually get more shields in the beginning. For Nightmare, it is really, really important. Also the stats. For some reason I'm not 271, but it's totally fine. You can use your 271 Emic if you want to on the end, even another bonus on it, and it should be totally fine. And he got resistance, of course. Maybe a little bit too low, I have to admit that one. And yeah, accuracy and stuff does not matter. He wants to be tanky, or everyone basically wants to be tanky, so they don't get their shield. What they gain from those shield set right there, they don't get destroyed and stuff. Mastery is right here. Again, that one for more resistance across the team. The rest didn't matter too much. Of course, yeah, like here, the damage reduction, resistance, it's not like they don't matter, but they're basically the standard. And who else was in the team? Did I forget Duchess? Yes, I'm such an idiot. Duchess coming back. Duchess could be replaced probably with a, what's his name? Tatua. Should be okay too, but Tatua has his own other things that needs to be taken care of. So we got Guardian set on her, because yeah, I want my other champion. She is the least likely champion to get her buff stolen because of that skill right here, where she's gonna do perfect rail on everybody, just not herself. That's why she is actually never be the target, to be honest, and she has Guardian, so my other champions can rise up their shields a little bit quicker. And yeah, a little bit protection and stuff in there, but yeah, that's not too matter. Speeds and stuff are like this. Resistance and stuff really do not matter. It's basically the speed, and you want to make her tanky. I went in here and I also put bulwark on her, so she's gonna get more damage soaked up into her, so other champions can rise up shields even further. Of course, the resistance one right here, I put that one on her. And yeah, that's basically it. I think that was every champion. I did not forget anybody. And yeah, this team is crazy good. I really do like it. It has to do, you gotta do it a little bit often and on repeats. So sometimes you get the 3% on the mischief and everything is kind of a little bit dumb. But I kind of can promise you that we will find out as a community better teams that don't have such an effect when their buffs getting stolen one time, and on other teams you probably can just continue, redo all your stuff and everything is okay again. But overall, I really do like this team. It has a Nia that goes full auto into Emic. It has an endlessly shield growth. It has a strategy to get your buff stolen in the right time. You can blow up the thing with a ton of damage, and it has potential to even go further afterwards, so you can do it over and over. A couple times, like the Togron thing where you did it 3 or 4 times and you got 4 billion, and that on Nightmare is just 16 billion on damage. It has a high potential and I really do like it, but I also will do other teams like with Brockney, trying out a couple of things there. I tried already something, wasn't too promising, but I will find out something that's like no doubt. And yeah, that will be the end of the video. Like the video if you feel like I did something crazy. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.